ready now.
You're ready?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm ready now.
Yeah, I think we can just start and then we'll admit guys as we go.
Okay. No,
Yeah.
no.
All right, guys. Thank you for tuning in to our webinar for tonight. We have first time on our trading lounge. We have Cecilia Wambui. I'm gonna read out her trading bio and then we will dive right into the questions. So Cecilia Wambui is a full-time day trader from Kenya. She began her serious trading in 2021 after watching her Bitcoin portfolio grow significantly. What started as crypto trading evolved into a focus on Forex, where she's built her expertise over the past 4 years. Her passion for education began early. She co-founded a small trading group with a fellow crypto community member, where they would hold Google Meets to learn and teach each other. This naturally led her to creating trading tutorials, initially for her own self and friends who sought her help. Present day, she's dedicated to sharing knowledge and preaching what she calls as the gospel of risk management, something that she personally struggled with before becoming profitable. She's also expanding her technical skills, diving deep into MQL5 and Python programming to develop algorithmic trading programs that she wants to automate her strategy. Her ultimate goal is to build a comprehensive quantitative trading floor, combining her expertise with automated systems to create a sophisticated trading operation. Welcome, Cecilia. It's truly an honor to have you in our trading lounge. We'll
Okay.
just start right off the bat, and you can tell us what sparked your curiosity and interest in Forex trading.
Okay. So, let me take you back to when I started. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I in campus in uni, I majored in finance, economics and finance. So we would have like simulation competitions as core curriculum, the side quests you get while studying. So we would have those for Nairobi Stock Exchange. I think that's what it used to be called at the time. And then there's this site called Investopedia. It's well known by finance people or economists. So we will participate in such. So I used to participate, but I wasn't good anywhere close to good to it. So that is my journey. That's where my journey began. So I knew about trading a long time ago. Let's say like almost 10 years ago or so. So I was serious. I started becoming serious with trading after I saw my Bitcoin grow. Like literally, I was also I had another side quest. I in campus. I was a freelancer. So there's this client who paid me with Bitcoin. And at the time we had like, I think it was called local Bitcoins. It's now closed shop, but it was one of the first exchanges that we used to have here in Kenya for trading Bitcoin. So I just signed up for local Bitcoins, and then I gave him the address and they paid me. So it was a bit hard to remove it. And then at the time, while I was on the internet, I would see the hype about Bitcoin and all that. So I withdrew part of the money to my M-Pesa, but I left majority of it there. So, and then I forgot where I placed my password. So come to 2018, I saw it grow a bit, but I left it still. And then in 2020, it ballooned. Like literally, it skyrocketed. So my interest came back then, because remember, while I was participating in the simulation competitions, I didn't do well. So I said, I'm not a good trader anyway. So when I saw that my investment did well, I decided now to take up trading slowly. So I started with crypto, and then you know how crypto is random and then highly volatile, and then news it's always determined by news. So Trump can say this thing, something in Japan can happen, or in China. So it was highly volatile for me with crypto. So I decided to tone it down a bit. So I decided to now do Forex trading. And yeah, today I am a CFD trader, and also I still do crypto, but it's for investing. So crypto for me is swing trading and investing mostly. But on the day-to-day, I do day trading for CFDs.
All
Yeah.
right. All right, that's interesting.
Mm.
And how was the transition now from crypto to Forex? And like, did you teach yourself how to trade Forex, or how did that happen?
So the transition for me now, I learned trading from the crypto side. So remember you mentioned earlier that I started a group of ladies. We were like 5 of us. So we would teach each other, right?
Mm-hmm.
So one of the ladies, she's called Tracy. She was so good at trading. So I was so impressed by her technical analysis. And she told us that she learned from Chat Champions. Chat Champions is one of the biggest community, actually the most serious professional community for trading in the crypto space. And they also do stocks. So for us, we wanted a solution where we would learn crypto trading. So we would pay, we would like come together and and accumulate our funds and then buy for the monthly for the monthly fee, which was around I think 25,000 Kenya shillings. So the 5 of us would share between each other and then buy. So mostly we would do that. We did that for I think over 2 years, 2 years every month. So it was a very big investment, but you can imagine if I did it alone, it would have been a lot of money. So the 5 of us really took learning from Church Champions seriously. So at least you got the basics and the technical analysis. You became good at it. But since the skills in technical analysis are similar in everything, like you can transfer the knowledge to stocks and futures and CFDs and Forex. So it was easier that way. So for me personally, I took what I learned most, or the strategies I took most from Chat Champions, I just placed them into Forex. So for me, I learned mostly Fibonacci retracements, VWAP, support and resistance, which is the main thing about trading, and then market structures. So there's a way that champions taught. So I took that knowledge, but now I had this gap of knowledge of Forex trading. So I didn't know anything. I didn't know how to position size. I didn't know anything. So I decided now to take a crash course on my in Kenya. At the time, I found Financial Hub. I don't know if you know about them. Akina Caleb. I
Mm-hmm.
think you may know them. You know them?
I,
So
I think I've
so
heard of them.
yeah. So I took up a Financial Hub. They at the time there were 3 guys. Now there are two. It was Caleb and Ken and Lawi. So they're the ones who taught me. Like each had a step to teach, but I took up their time. They wouldn't allow agree to teach me on Saturday, but Saturday was the only time I was available. So I thank them for that. So I learned Forex now from them. But the main things that I learned in Forex were the basics, how to place orders and MT5 and all that about CFDs. And then I also learned the main thing, my key takeaway from them was psychology. In Church Champions, I didn't learn psychology well. So we learned psychology here at Financial Hub, and also risk management, especially a guy called Lawi really taught risk management seriously. So yeah, that was my transition. So I came from crypto and then came to Forex, and now my journey of learning completed there. So for the Forex side, I just learned for 2 months. Every Saturday I would go take 2 hours of their time, and then yeah, and then that was it. So for 2 months, and successfully I was done. So from there, it was just practice, me and the markets, teaching myself everything else that I know.
Wow, interesting. I'm glad that you plugged into the people, like people who were in the industry who also had walked that path before you. Maybe you can talk about the importance of that plugging into a trading community, because you also have like your own trading community, you have a YouTube channel. So maybe you can tell us like because you also do some tutorials, I suppose, to your
Yeah.
members and your community. Um,
Yeah.
so how did that come about? And are you still actively teaching, or did you take a step back from teaching? And maybe you can also mention your YouTube channel. And then guys, feel free to type in your questions in the chat section. We'll answer them during the Q&A session. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, I still do YouTube. I love teaching, first of all, but it all started from me wanting to preempt the knowledge that I was gaining from maybe learning on my own or whatever YouTube video I would see, and it sparked my curiosity. So it's just transferring knowledge for my future self. So, and also, those like teaching someone like your five is one of the study techniques like that is very powerful. So I applied that using teaching tutorials. So I found like after teaching maybe something like Fibonacci retracement, it's became like part and parcel of me. So I can speak about it even in my dreams. So for me, I still do tutorials. I mainly teach technical analysis and technical analysis a lot only. I don't know a lot about fundamentals, to be honest, and I don't. And the reason for not putting a lot of work on that is because already technical analysis is a lot of work, and also trading itself is a lot of work. So looking at fundamentals, other than knowing when the news are about to happen, that's it for me. Like, and I have to say this that I'm a day trader slash scalper. Let me be honest, I'm a scalper.
Your
So
voice is
scalp.
kind of like breaking. I don't know what's happening.
Have you heard me? The last statement I've said. Have you heard
No,
me?
the volume is a bit low. I don't know, maybe you can go near to your mic or your speakerphone.
Okay, okay. Can you hear
Yeah,
me now?
it's still a bit
Uh,
low. I don't know what's up.
uh, let me see if it. Let me see just a moment. But now, can you hear me?
Yeah, that's better. Maybe you can increase the volume on your laptop or settings for the volume.
Yeah, what I said earlier.
Right now, it's kind of like died down. Um, I don't know. Maybe you can. Yeah, I don't know what's up with the volume.
But now, can you hear me?
I can hear you from afar, or you can leave and rejoin the meeting. I can see someone is suggesting maybe you can log out and yeah, and come back again. But now
As
I think I can hear you. Yeah, now we're good.
now we're good.
Yeah, now we're good.
Okay, perfect. Perfect. I think my headphone had gotten off. I'm sorry for that. You heard
Okay.
about what I was saying like 2 minutes earlier prior?
Yeah, maybe you can repeat for us the importance of plugging into a trading community, and if you still offer tutorials, how people can get in touch with your technical analysis trainings. Yeah,
Okay.
since you're not very big on fundamentals.
Okay. Okay. I think you had that. Okay. So yeah, so as I was saying, I'm not big of a fundamentals girl. So I'm mainly technical. So that's my specialty. So I mainly teach anything technical analysis, like the how to chart, how to enter, risk management, all those qualities of trading in itself. Then I'll soon be doing programming tutorials. Like for anyone who is interested in learning how to write their own EAs or writing their own programs, and also to start that, because some of the guys in my community were asking if they can learn that as well. So I will do that as well. But mainly I just do technical analysis. So about the importance of a community, a trading community, I think you can learn a lot more when you are a number. Like, so it's a group thing. Like the way, let me take you back to when we were kids, or when we were in school, we would do better if we did group work, right? So
Yeah.
it's the same thing with having a community. So we take like 5 people and help each other out as much as possible. And then some of the people in the community can teach the rest, you see. So for me, like in my community, there are people who help me out in teaching the rest. So I don't have to have like, right now I have like 140, let's say 200. So you see, I can hold the hand of like 200 people. So I have other traders who are more experienced even than me who help the rest. And then I don't know everything to do with trading. For me, I know crypto and CFDs. So there are people who know futures, so they help the rest. So I hope you get my point. Like it's beneficial in helping each other. And then I always encourage my community that they come together as in 4s or 5s so that they may help each other. If they want to buy a course, they can buy it together. If they want to buy maybe an expert advisor or an algo, since it has like 10 activations, they can cost share the price. So I think teamwork is a good way to go, and then you can learn way more when you're a team than when you're alone. And then again, trading is a very lonely job.
Mm-hmm.
I hope I've answered. Yeah.
Yeah, you have. Aria is saying she would be interested in joining your trading community and learn along the way. I think trading communities also help you, like you said, transfer of skills and sharing of knowledge. It becomes a little bit easier. You don't feel alone. You're also very big or huge on risk management, and you mentioned in your trading bio that you really struggled with risk management when you were starting
Mm-hmm.
out. What
Mm-hmm.
kind of tools do you use for your risk management? Do you make use of
Mm-hmm.
stop losses? What kind of risk management tools do you apply for your own personal trading? And now, in line with that, can you say like your trading personality is a reflection of your trading style?
Okay, so first of all, let me talk about my personality. I'm a very, very impatient person naturally. So telling me to do swing trading will be a bit hard.
Mm-hmm.
My type, my personality goes hand in hand with the way I trade. So since I'm not a patient person, I find the trading and scalping being better for me. Although it's very overwhelming to the brain, like to the mind. I don't know if anybody can relate, but this has led me, since I know like the reality, like when I'm going to trade, if I decide to do scalping, it's going to be hectic. Actually, in my mind, I know I just need to trade for a few hours. And even though I want to trade the whole day, I can't do that because high chances are over trade and make so many silly mistakes, give back my money to the market. So the best, this naturally led me now to automate my trading. So now I'm glad that I've been able to make one of my strategies into an algo, a running algo. So I'm glad about that. So about risk management, I need to have a stop loss set in place. I used to be different. I used to have a mental stop loss, and that's why risk management really failed me at the time. And I'll do a presentation later because it's related to risk management. Maybe in a few minutes later, I'll show you how I do it and tell you why I find risk management being very important. But mostly, I just have to have a stop loss. So I already have set set an amount of pips or points. It's one and the same. So pips, when I say pips, is the change in price, right? So I have a pip that out of researching my strategy every day, I have to go back and find and see how the market did. So I used to do that every day. Nowadays, I don't do that a lot. But I came to realize that the average stop loss for my setups was 30 pips. It will be 20, it will be 40, but the average was around 30 pips. So I needed to create an algo that once I did a manual trade, I would now have the risk would have been calculated in it. So I'll show you how it goes practically later in the presentation, but basically it's just that I enter manually and then automatically my stop loss is placed, my TP is placed, and then the trailing stop activates once price gets where I want it to be. I don't know if that has answered you or if it will go well once I do the presentation.
Yeah, I think you can now take us through your presentation and then maybe also touch on your most recent trade setup so we can understand how your trading rationale and how you apply the risk management tools. And also maybe you can also tell us, since you
Mm-hmm.
now have an algo or an expert advisor, do you possess
Mm-hmm.
that skill for coding? Like, did you code the robot by yourself, like your trading strategy, or did you have to learn how to code and then you did it, or did you hire a software engineer to do that for you?
Okay, so for me, I did it myself. Guys, I have a lot of side quests. Okay, so again, I learned, although I majored in finance and econ, I, on my long holidays, one of them, because I couldn't do finance related things, I found them being overwhelming. I decided to do coding, programming. So I taught myself how to code and then I left it. Then later, I got a job once related to that, but I also left it and then I got another one. So I had the skill. So I have the skill. And then the good thing about programming is once you know how to do one language, how to write code in one language, it's like you'll just take like 2 weeks to understand another language. So that's the benefit of it. You just need to know the underlying language of the machine, right? So for me, I just picked up from where I left off. So I learned MQL5. So MQL5 is the trading language for MT5. A lot of you who do CFDs or Forex, you know MT5, MT4, MT5, right?
Yeah, the trading platform.
The programming, can you hear me, Sylvia?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, so the programming language, the underlying programming language for MT5 and MT4 is called MQL5. So for MT5 is MQL5, MT4 MQL4, right? So and then the underlying language, the language that was used to write MQL5 is C++. So C++, now you see it became easier for me to pick it up, although there are some things that are specific to trading, to trading alone. So, and then C++ can do a lot of things, right? So I picked up from where I left off, and this time I decided to now create things from scratch. And again, a good thing about trading, there are so many tutorials, sorry, programming, any form of programming. And I always encourage my friends, anything to do with tech and programming, there's a high advantage because every resource is on the internet. For example, when you have MQL5, they have to put out their documentation. So I had to read the documentation and for what I didn't understand, and then look at tutorials and all that. So you can easily self-teach yourself programming. So for me, that's what I did. I dedicated majority of the last quarter last year from November. And then in January, I already had my first algo. And yeah, every day I just code. I love it actually. I think I didn't have something to do with the coding that I had, but right now I'm glad. So it's a bit challenging because I fail once in a while. Like I can give you a case scenario. putting out Fibonacci. My main strategy is Fibonacci retracement. So I'm having challenges like writing the right settings for that. So, but I'm solving one day at a time. But already the strategies that I already have them in place, and at least I can think about coding while my trading is going on. I don't have to touch trading. I just do manual trading whenever I can. So I hope that has answered the first question before I enter my presentation.
Yeah. I think just check your mic again as you now do the presentation. Well answered. We're very impressed that you're also, like, you actually taught yourself how to do programming and coding. It's truly impressive. Yeah, and the fact that you mentioned every resource is on the internet, it's just a matter of people just dedicating time and being committed. If they want to learn, like, you can actually teach yourself. So that's pretty impressive. So yeah, I think you can take us through your presentation and maybe touch on your most recent trade setups and what kind of instruments do you like trading? I know you've mentioned you're a big you're a CFD trader. So those are like contracts for difference in long for people who don't understand what CFD is. But yeah, what kind of instruments do you prefer trading, and would you take us through your most recent trade setups?
Volume. Can you hear?
Yeah, now we can hear you.
Okay, so let me share my screen. Just a moment. Where is I need Google. You see my screen? See my screen?
Not yet.
Uh, let me see. Okay, as I told you, Sylvia, I'm poor with Zoom.
Okay,
So
just
just
go to the, you see where it's written share, like you can see a
yeah, yeah.
green, yeah, just click on that, yeah. And then
Okay, can
guys,
you see it now?
yeah, guys, I'm sending you a new, yeah, we can see your screen now. I'm sending you guys a new link on the chat box because I have a feeling this meeting will end in like 10 minutes. So we can just switch to the new link in like 10 minutes. Yeah, so take it away.
But so for me, so everyone will get the link, right?
Yeah, I'm
Like you
sending the
are
link
sending it
here.
here.
Yeah, I'm sending
Okay,
it on the
okay, okay,
chat section. Yeah, shortly.
okay then. So I hope you guys can see my screen. So I'll start with the trade I did today. One of the trade, and guys, this is demo. I don't like training with my real account. So I like to use demo because I tell every student that you have to master whatever strategy you are doing demo. So let me just take it back because it has already started. And you'll also see the risk manager, my first algo in place. So this is it. Right now, I'm setting the stop loss, take profit, and they're in points. In the programming language, it doesn't know pips, it just know points. So right now, the stop loss is 30 pips, take profit 350. The trail stop where the trailing will start is 31.5 pips. Let me take it back, and then the rest you'll see it's not important for now. And then the step, like it will be trailing with 2 pips like that. So mainly I normally do, before I do that, let me just go back. I'll take you through how my ideology is. So first of all, I start with the higher time frame, that is the 4-hour time frame. I like to do market structure. So I have to start with knowing where price is supposedly trying to go. It doesn't matter where it is going. I don't know that. Nobody knows, but the market gives us clues. So I do what the market tells me to do, or rather tells me to do. So in this instance, I look at higher highs and higher lows. That's how you see when the market is forming higher highs and higher lows. I don't know if you're seeing my cursor. Are you guys seeing? Because I
Yeah.
didn't label. Okay, so you see the market is creating higher highs and higher lows. So for example, it's created an impulse, then it did a correction, then an impulse. So it took out this higher high, and then it did a correction again. It made an impulse. It also gave us. It took again another higher high. So you see this step-by-step movement of price. It's doing an upward trend. So this is an uptrend in short, according to market structure. Again, I know you are asking, how do we enter now? First of all, before I go to the lower time frame, because I said I'm a scalper slash day trader, you can see that it is reversing. The reversals are happening, or the impulses and the corrections are happening in a fair value gap. So as you can see, like here, it didn't happen exactly, but there was a small fair value gap here. Here, there's a fair value gap. Here, not really, but no, not really here, but here, a fair value gap. So one of the key indicators or confluences, we call them confluences, is having a fair value gap in place, right? So I need them to to correct corrections, or the retracements have to occur in a fair value gap to be at least sure, not 100% sure, but at least sure. So after that, I go to the lower time frame, mainly five the 5 minute or 1 minute time frame, and that's what you are seeing here. Me setting up the risk manager. So you can do it once. So for me, I did it for the purpose of this video, but I normally change once I see things are changing, but it normally stays like this for, I think, the whole week. So we'll see a trade that I took. It's not easy, guys. Let me just say that right now. It doesn't happen this way all the time. I don't know if you guys are seeing. Let me move this. Let me move this profile to the side. So can you see how the market is entering? So, okay, I forgot to tell you. The higher time frame, we saw that the market is on an uptrend. So what I do is I look for long positions only. I limit myself to long positions. Don't look for shorts, just long. So the way I do that, again, reversal, it can either be a reversal or a retracement. So I need a swing low. I don't know if you guys are aware, if you know about swing highs and swing lows. So this is where they come in play. So for example, this is a swing low. This right here where I'm pointing the cursor at, this is a swing low, and then this is a swing high. This is a swing low, swing high, and so on and so forth. So I wait for a swing low to be taken to at least know that that is going to be a reversal. So in this case, it was taken by this bullish candle, but then my confirmation came when a bearish candle first. So my confirmation came when a bullish candle showed up here. So as you can see now, I entered immediately, the bullish candle ended. So for me, I just take 1% and one trade at a time. I don't take many trades, only one trade at a time. So because a lot can go wrong very fast, especially with something like gold. I also trade GBP, JPY, and USD JPY, which are also volatile, and also Bitcoin and so on. So they are very, very volatile. So you have to manage your risk properly. So for me, I've already entered. So let's see if okay, it has. Let me just take it back a bit. So I don't know if you
Okay, guys. As Cecilia is still continuing to show us, I've sent you all a new Zoom link where we will migrate to in the next 2 minutes. So just watch on the chat section. There's a new Zoom link that you will click on, and then we will switch to that link. Meanwhile, Cecilia, allow me to ask a few questions before this link expires, because there are some guys who had some Q&As. So Aria is asking, is the Champions group still active and open?
Okay, so the chat champions
Yeah,
where we used to learn from.
yeah.
Yeah. They still the founder is called Daniel. So it's still there, but for us we already got whatever we wanted. But whenever we want to learn more, we just meet together and ask to join. But for me, we stopped planning like I think last year in February. So we
Mm,
stopped planning from them last year, but they're still there. They're still active. We are still in their Discord. So if anyone wants to go have a look at them, just search Fat Champions. They have a YouTube channel too.
mm-hmm.
Mm.
Okay.
So they have a Discord. You can ask anything. It's so professional to the extent that you'll be answered by a bot, literally a very well and coded. Because the guys who are there are
Mm-hmm.
doctors. They left there was a surgeon who stopped doing the job and became a trader. And you know how crypto is big. Like once you get it right, it's very, very good. So there are programmers there. So they did it a good job in making the community. So you can ask anything and you'll be helped. So you guys can go to their Discord as well, but start
Okay.
with their YouTube channel or their website. So I'll give Silva the link so that you can
Okay.
check it. Okay.
Okay, guys, let's move to the new link. Let's move to the new Zoom link, guys.
Okay.
All right. Thank you guys for joining. So as we continue, there was a follow-up question from Peter. And also Aria's final question was, do the algos expire? So I think that's in line with, do you continue tweaking your trading expert advisor, or do you adjust it to be able to accommodate the different dynamic market movements? So do algos expire? And then Peter was asking, do you need to have the programming language knowledge for you to be able to use the trading robots?
Okay. First of all, don't need the program. You don't need programming language to be able to use an algo because already the programmer has put out has written the program itself. So the programmer will give you a chance to have your own to customize it, right? So you can let me just present again so that you guys
Yeah.
can see. So for instance, what you were seeing me do. Uh, so for instance, um, you're going to have you're going to have your own inputs. I don't know where it has gone. Just a moment. Let me send this on here. I hope you are hearing me well.
Yeah.
Okay, so for instance, let me just let it play. And then you can see. So for instance, there's this place written common. Once you've bought or downloaded for free, you have the option of having inputs. So this area written inputs is for the user, now the person who is going to use the program. You see, it's like settings, like putting settings on a phone or on a program, just as simple as that. So this has already been coded in by the programmer. So for instance, me have already coded in the backend, but I give you the chance now to use. You can now change it to whatever like risk. If you want to risk 1%, 2%, 3%, it's up to you. If you want to, if I was giving out the RSI, you could now change customize the settings for RSI, or if it's moving averages and so on and so forth. Also, you are able to like put the time. If you want, like for mine, I like to put it at 4 a.m. in the morning. Of course, I'm asleep, but I like it to run from 4 a.m. to maybe 10 o'clock in the at night. So I just do the settings there. Now, the thing is, you need to look at, you have to have the habit of looking what your algo is doing. So of course, you don't let it just run like that. You need to to review every day. Do a review. How much did it make? Did it lose a lot of money? Did it make a good amount of money? Can I withdraw today because it has made a good chunk of money, you see? So at the end of the day, you don't let it just do whatever it wants. You have to look at it. And then another thing I have to mention, with algo trading or running expert advisors, you need electricity and internet. So with that, you need a VPS to have one. But if you don't have, you can just use your computer. But make sure when the electricity is off, you have to close your algo quickly. If you don't have internet, you have to close as well, because chances are you will lose money, right? So if you have electricity and internet, solution for that normally is buying a VPS, but that can come after your algo maybe has made a lot of some money to be able to work on itself. So the VPS is like the lights for your algo, in short, because again, remember, you're not doing anything. Your algo is doing everything for you, but you now have to observe it. And another thing, there's sometimes algos can do overfitting, so we can over customize an algo to an extent like it becomes detrimental to you as a trader. So what you do is you have to check once in a while. So in the instances you see an algo did well and then all of a sudden it went until it blew the account. Now that was a problem. The problem of, yes, to some extent the algo, but majority of the problem is for the trader because they didn't like follow up on it, because again, you remember, making money is not that easy. So the market won't be kind to you all the time. Sometimes something, just Trump can just say something and all of a sudden things go haywire. So at the end of the day, it's also the responsibility of the trader to check once in a while. I forget one of the questions you had asked. I don't know if I've answered it, but
Yeah,
I forget.
so Area had asked, do the algos expire? And then the other one you've already answered, like you don't need necessarily to learn how to code if you want to use an expert advisor, because the person doing it for you has already coded it on your behalf. But I also think
Yeah.
it's important to be informed about what the robot is doing on your trading account. Like educate yourself to have the basics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let me just add before I answer Aria. So when you post an algo on MTL, it can also be an indicator or a script. Before you post it on MQL5 marketplace, they are very serious about they don't want scammers, right? So you have to show and demonstrate and fully say what your algo is about. So they try to protect the people who are going to buy the algo. Okay.
Mm.
See, maybe if it's sold in other websites, you can do your due diligence, but also on the MQL5 marketplace, do your due diligence. But I encourage you to like learn everything. So before you buy something or you download something from MQL5, look at the videos, look at the description as much as possible and counter check, and then do a free demo. Go and look at the demonstration, put it in your live account. So not live account, you can start with demo and then live, but you have the option of first testing it out before like buying it. Okay. So I needed to put that information. So Aria had asked if it expires. No, they don't expire. What happens is once in a while they may have hiccups. For example, you see right here it's written script risk manager blah blah blah, right? The code that I have given this version. Okay, so up here where I'm pointing, it's rated algo trading. So maybe you have switched from one account to another, because you can have even more than 10 accounts or from different brokers. So when you are changing accounts, you may forget to put the algo trading on. So the algo won't be running. So you may think that it's running, but that day or those few minutes it wasn't running. So immediately once you change from one account to another, put on algo trading. Another thing is always check in the morning. Just do habits. It won't be a lot of work. just do the habit of looking, doing well? Is it doing correctly? Analyze how much did it make yesterday, from yesterday to today, or this whole week, how much did it make? Just do your own analysis. And maybe in my channel, because I didn't prepare that, I'll one day show you how to get a report from your MT5, because people may not know this, but MT5 gives you a journal like of all your trades. You can select from which day to which day. So again, let me repeat to Aria, no, they don't expire. So once you buy once, it goes forever. And then all you have to do now is check, is it working correctly? Are the settings all right? What is the market? Why did I lose a lot this time? Why did I make money a lot this time? And so on and so forth. Have I answered your question?
Yeah, I think you have adequately. So maybe you can take us through your presentation once again. You can share your screen and then we can go through that. And guys, feel free to type in your questions as we go. My colleague Nixon, I've seen he's joined. He'll help me ask during the Q&A session. Yeah.
Okay. So let me start. So, Silva had mentioned in my bio, I had written that, oh, my presentation has. Yeah. So, I hope I'm audible enough, by the way,
Yeah, we can hear you.
and I hope I'm interesting at least a bit.
You're doing a good job so far.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for the reassurance. Okay, so let me. My presentation is disappearing. Let me see what.
We can see Gambler's Ruin.
Oh, okay. You can see it. You can see it clearly.
Yeah.
Okay, good. So, Silva had mentioned that I'm big on risk management. I like emphasizing it. Actually, it's what I want anyone to take away from me. So, as an algo trader, or people who create algos, there's something. It's topic, or rather, it's subject in something called probability theory. You know probability, and you know trading is a game of probabilities, right? So for those people they have studied a lot. Okay, let's just call them that. They came and found out that mathematically there's a problem called gambler's ruin, and the people who are mostly affected by it are traders and maybe gamblers, right? And I know majority of you have had people, maybe your family members tell you, see, trading is gambling. Like there's no difference between trading and gambling, right? So they're not that wrong, but I hope you'll see why, right? So our topic will be gambler's ruin. I won't take more than 5 minutes, I promise. Okay. So gambler's ruin is when a trader trades without proper risk management, a good strategy, a solid win rate, or sufficient capital with so a trader will face gambler's ring, which is normally known as, which is a mathematical certainty of losing that account over time. So the people who know this to be true are people who run prop firms. So you've heard like how prop firms make money. One of the ways is they are hoping many of 80% of their people who have bought from them will lose, right? So they are running on gambler's ring principle, okay? So it is 100% guarantee that most traders will fail and lose almost everything. And I don't know if anyone can relate when they blow their account or they consider like they make some little money compared to the amount they've lost. So it's just a matter of time. Okay. So that's I hope I've made you understand what gambler's ruin is. Basically is it is the certainty, the mathematical proven certainty, which is 100% that a trader will, at the end of the day, lose their account. Okay, so let me tell you why this is. So a trader normally has little money compared to the market. For example, I forgot to say that one of the reasons why I chose Forex CFDs is because the Forex market trades like 6 to 7 trillion per day on a daily basis. That's the volume that the Forex market has on a daily basis. It is the biggest financial market, okay? So you with your 100 or $500, put it that against all that amount of money. So that is one of the reasons why. So you have to know, as a trader, I'm competing with the market, which is humongous, very big, okay? So the other thing is the retail traders have fees, and the fees are a bit expensive, okay? So compared to the institutional traders. So the retail traders are you and me, the normal.
Your mic has dropped again,
Probably are.
Cecilia.
Mhm. Can you hear me?
Yeah, your mic has kind of dropped.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, now we can hear you.
Okay, so I hope you had one of the reasons.
Yeah, the first
Uh,
one.
Okay, let me go faster so that we can have enough time for Q&A. So the second reason is the fees. So retail traders, you have fees like spread, that is the difference between bid and ask. And then you have commissions, and then you have fees, which are expensive. So that one reduces our chances of winning against the market. And then the third one is poor win rates. Even when you have a 60% win rate, it's not good enough in the long run. I promise you. For me, I had an 85% win rate, and I was also struggling at some point. So those are the reasons why retail traders face gambler's ruin. So at the end of the day, a trader may think that they can beat the market, but in reality, they can at the beginning do that. But if they trade long enough, they'll find that they can't actually beat the market. So this is now when you have to humble yourself as a trader and know that the only thing that will save me from this shenanigans, this struggle, where I hope I'm going to compound my account and then I fail terribly. The only thing that's going to help you is just manage your risk. Take the little money you can from the market. Know that you are not always right. Actually, you just need to follow, if possible, your strategy as much as possible. So just be humble, because again, we suffer from that naturally. Even when you're trading, you may suffer from that. So that's why you have to put risk management. It's the only thing that will save you. And don't expect much from the market. Expect at least I normally say at least 10%, and let that compound over time. Okay. I hope I've answered. My presentation has ended. As simple as that.
All right. Thank you so
Yeah.
much. You didn't mention your favorite instruments that you prefer
Ah,
trading.
for me, I'm mostly gold. I
Uh,
like gold, and then Bitcoin. For crypto, it's Bitcoin and XRP, and then for Forex, it's gold and US JPY pairs. So GBP USD, GBP JPY and USD JPY. Those three.
uh, okay.
And I don't trade a lot the JPYs manually, so I leave them to the algo. But what I like trading manually is gold and maybe BTC.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Cecilia, for that wonderful presentation. Nixon, you can check if
Okay.
there are any questions in the Q&A, but I would also want you to maybe touch a little bit on your I think the biggest takeaway here is on risk management. Um,
Mm-hmm.
the thing is, maybe you can tell us when it comes to trading resources or materials that people can read, what would be like your
Sorry, I did hear.
what would be like your book recommendation for
Mm-hmm.
trading for traders?
Okay, so for me, I like to tell beginners to start with uh, the Candlestick Bible by Munesh. I don't know if you've heard about it, but I give it, there's a PDF. So I got it from somewhere and I put it out for my community. So it's called the Candlestick Bible. For psychology is the famous Trading in the Zone. So it has a lot to teach. And then maybe I've not yet gotten that book, but I'm looking for it. I didn't find it in Kenya, so I was looking to bring it through Amazon. So it's a book by somebody I really admire and actually made me want to become an algo The Man Who Beat the Market. I think that's the name of the book. So I have listened to the audio version, but I love the book. But yeah, so he's the guy who has the biggest hedge fund he passed on sadly, I think last year. So he founded Renaissance Technologies and the Medallion Fund. So at least he was a mathematician, a legendary mathematician. So he is known as one of the best traders of our recent times, of our century. So yeah, rest in peace to him. But he inspired a lot of quants. You've heard the word quants. So quants are mathematicians and software developers who transitioned into finance because they're the ones who started building these algos and all that. So yeah, so he inspired me a lot because I really, really admire him. And again, if you are a software developer already, you know that it's fun. Like you have the capabilities, like magic. You have the capability of building literally anything computer related. So I love that about that. So yeah, so those three books are what I have experience with at the moment. I hope I have helped.
Yes, you have. Thank you so much, Cecilia. You can tell
Okay.
people how to get in touch with you. You can mention your YouTube channel, and I believe that you would be open for us to maybe collaborate for a trading workshop within. You're still in Kenya, right? You're based in
Yeah,
Nairobi.
yeah,
Um,
yeah,
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 so I think we can do bigger things together. We can do like trading workshops and just educate more people. You have a lot of information that can be useful to both our trading communities and especially
yeah,
for people who are looking to automate their trading strategies. I think you have that skill set. So
yeah.
yeah, thank you for your time. Maybe yeah, you can mention your YouTube channel and how people can get in touch with you, and if you have like a website or something. Yeah.
Okay, so guys, on the internet, I'm known as Trader C, literally that. I was so lucky to get that name, but not the URM, the URL, the .com, but Trader C on on not all on YouTube, Trader C. Actually, I tried out there, and I used to do lives, so I will teach live like for 2 hours. So that's how I gained majority of my community. So there's also Instagram and Discord. So Discord, YouTube, and TikTok, you can find me at Trader C. On Discord, it's Occupy Trading because it involves stocks and futures and crypto. So just search Trader C and you can get everything else. I don't have any other thing. I think Instagram is not that active, but I think what will help you most is YouTube and TikTok and Discord.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Peter was asking your
Mm.
most active community, which you have inside TikTok, YouTube, and Discord. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, so that's a wrap. We'd love to host you again on our trading launch, and we are very happy. And we are also very. I think what you have shared with us is just like the first class. We'd hope to have you again and again and again. So thank you so much for being on our trading
Okay.
launch, and I hope guys
Uh,
have
uh,
really learned something new today. Yeah.
thank you all. Sorry to cut short before you end. Cecilia, I don't, is it the C like for how is it C the C itself or
C
C which one?
C for cat.
Do you
C
mind
C for
posting the
cat.
links?
Okay. 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 Let me do this. On the last page of the presentation, we have. Let me just share with you. So this is the only item. It's a utility, the risk manager. So for anyone interested, so my name is Cecilia. You see Cecilia Wambui. So it's just trader C. Trader C. I don't know how we can share the link. Let me type it out. Let me just type it out if I'm able. Guys, I don't know how to operate Zoom, so
You
I'm
can
looking
share with
for
me. I'll put it on the show notes on as we upload this webinar on YouTube. You can share with me the
okay.
details. Yeah, and then
Okay, that would be perfect. Oh, one thing before we end, my auntie is here, so let me shout her out. She's listening.
okay.
She's called Noeline. Thank you, auntie.
Oh,
Yes.
that's a supportive auntie.
Yeah, I love her. Thank you so much, auntie.
Thank you, Wambui.
Yeah. 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 So guys, thank you for listening to us today. And yeah, that's a wrap from me. I don't know if you have any other question.
For now, no. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Let me just mention everybody on the call. So we have Joseph, Brian, Nixon, Noeline, Peter, Rehema, and some other guys who had also joined us from the first meeting. Yeah, and thank you so much, Seth. I'm gonna share this recording with you so you can also share with your trading community. Thank you for your time, and good night, guys. Enjoy your evening. Yeah,
Okay.
all right.
Good
Cheers,
night.
guys.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.